All right, guys. So Ashley's going to talk a little bit about Super Saturday that we just got back from this past week so that everybody can kind of have an idea of what Super Saturday is like. This was her very first Super Saturday, so she's going to talk a little bit about it. And then Marissa is going to talk to us about her experience at Summit last year.
Okay, so I really liked Super Saturday. I thought it was a lot of fun. I was kind of nervous at first to go there, but I liked the environment. It was really high energy. I loved listening to the stories. There was one woman that talked about like she had back issues and lost a bunch of weight, and it was really inspiring. So some of the notes that I took were they talked about building trust. We talked a lot about the vital behaviors. So they talked about building trust and creating the right environment to bring people in. So you want to make sure that you're inviting and you're building friendships before you just say, hey, want to join my challenge group? And you want to run free test groups to build that relationship with people to make them trust you so that they do want to work with you. They also talked about being transparent, which I thought was really important because I think that being genuine and real is what's going to bring more people towards you that have the same message that you do. They talked about fit groups and doing free groups using the Team Beachbody account and using certain apps like Tizi and I think that's how you say it, and Hootsuite and a bunch of apps to help you organize your power hour. We also talked about building contacts and using FORM, which is the family occupation recreation message. We talked a lot about using lists, which I personally use a lot of. I like working off of lists, and I think that it makes my power hour more valuable because I'm not just going off into Facebook land and doing whatever. Like I'm working from my list before I do anything else that may pop up like a notification. They also talked a lot about attaching your why to your posts all the time and explaining why you're doing this and why you see the potential in it. And that's what's going to bring more people towards you because we all have different whys. They also talked about consistency, which is what's going to obviously build your business. Every single day doing the same steps is going to end up bringing what you want out of your business. They talked a lot about your upline and your downline being there for you, whatever you wanted to do, and personal development, which, you know, the 3 vital behaviors, using YouTube, using your coach or whoever to build yourself and make yourself more confident, which I personally love personal development, and it definitely makes a difference. They also touched base on new things coming out and Summit and the registration for it, but we talked a lot about the vital behaviors, and I thought it was really awesome because like they said, they're vital for a reason. So I think, touching up on them was really awesome, and it was a really good first Super Saturday.
I'm glad you came and Lisa did too. That was really great. But then you guys got to see what it's all about, and you see like the other local coaches, and you can learn a little bit more because we all have different ways of doing things. And so, if something that I do might not work for you. And so it's great to be able to learn from other people on what they're doing because maybe that will work for you. So that's why I love YouTube, because you can go look at all these other different coaches and kind of see what's going on or how they do things and tweak it to fit you and your style a little bit more. So
yeah, I actually have been on YouTube a lot since Super Saturday, looking like just at business things, like just looking up different stuff to kind of just educate myself, like nothing crazy, but I just think it's really interesting to go on there and like really know what you're talking about. So like I could talk to someone and be like, I know what I'm doing, and not just like, let me ask Sam.
Well, that's how Brittany and I got to where we are now, because we didn't have the upline support. We didn't have a system to kind of plug into. And so Scotty Hobbs was one of the people that paved the way for me, because he had so much content and like really good information on his YouTube channel. And so, I would look at a lot of his stuff because he doesn't only have like business related things. He has a lot of very inspirational things with his story. And if you go back a while, like when things were really starting to move for him, like when he paid off his house and all of this other stuff, like this, his stories are really inspirational. And I know Melanie Mitro, the top coach, she has a ton of valuable information out there. She posts videos about how she does things, and she's very open book. So there's a lot of the top coaches in this company are very open to sharing what they've done, so we just have to find how it's going to work for us and then kind of make it to fit our own personalities, because that's how we're going to bring those people in. We're all a little bit different. And so some people are going to relate more to, Adam more than me, or Marissa more than me. So awesome. Good recap. Okay, Marissa. So we're going to talk about Summit. Now that's coming up in July. And I know Adam has his ticket because he earned it as a Success Starter. He got Success Club in his first 3 months as a coach. So he earned a free ticket to Summit. Marissa, myself, and Brian all got our tickets when we were at Summit last year. And I know Ashley is pending wait list, so we'll see how that goes. But so Marissa's going to talk a little bit about her experience at Summit last year so that you guys kind of understand why we always say, like, why it's important for you to get there, however you can get there. So take it away.
Awesome. Well, I thought I was going to be all professional and like create this like little PowerPoint slide, but that didn't happen. So I actually found my notebook that Sam gave me last year, right before. So I was going through my notes, and just to recap, like Summit, you hear, you hear the word Summit and you're like, oh my gosh, this is like, this is huge. And it is. For me personally, I'm such an introvert. It was a little overwhelming at first, but then when I took a step back and understood that this is like an amazing experience for us to, number one, grow professionally, grow personally, and to meet other coaches and to just take all of this knowledge that these really successful coaches have, and then how to pull that back and use it for our own businesses. So I wanted to kind of give like kind of not a play-by-play, but just a high level of kind of how things went. Then Sam, just let me know if I get off track.
You're talking to the queen of tangents.
Okay. So when you get to Summit, it's going to be in Nashville again. So it was really cool that how they have it really well organized. The first day is the opening session. It's this cool, like, big production. They do all of the welcome, Carl talks. So it's like gets everybody hyped up. You have the option, I think there were options to do celebrity trainer workouts. There's some team building exercises if we wanted to do that. So really it's kind of like that intro. Friday is when the actual training sessions start. And then you have the option to do there's like a blue track or a silver track. Basically, it's just how they organize people to make sure that everyone gets into different sessions. It's the same content that's repackaged a little bit different by each coach. So some of the top coaches are taking their time to present this, business building information, personal development. So you have the opportunity to go in and sit in these training sessions. And then after your training session, or depending on the schedule, you would go to the general session, which is this huge, 10,000 people. It was a lot of people sitting in the Bridgestone Arena where, a lot of people in the hockey arena. Yeah. So you're sitting there and you're listening to I was going back because we were on the one where we did our training sessions in the morning and then the general session in the afternoon, I think, for the day one. So I just wanted to go back because the general session was amazing.
Yeah, it was so good. Christine Dwyer, who is her organization has there's half of Team Beachbody basically. She has a ridiculous amount of coaches in her organization. It's probably 250,000 coaches in her organization. So she was one of the first speakers.
Yeah, she was awesome. And then Melanie Mitro, I was just looking at this, top coach 2 years in a row now. She talked about raising the bar, and I was looking at this, she talked a little bit about when they first implemented the leadership ladder that now you can see in your Coach Online office. You can go back and review that. But it was good to hear kind of how Beachbody gives us all of these tools And, you know, just taking the notes and absorbing all of that was like, for me, it was just like I had that like aha moment. Like, take this from a hobby or just like a little fun, and how do I then turn it into, you know, income and business, and, you know, turn that passion into action. You know, Lindsay Matway, again, she was top coach before too. Chalene Johnson, that was an amazing session.
That was such a
so really, and then they have keynote speakers. Oh my gosh, Shalene is amazing. I kind of wish they would have her again this year, but
we need to find.
And then getting back to
the team.
Oh, I know. Yes,
I'll look for it.
Yeah. So getting back to the training sessions. So like we had one with Darren Oline, creator of Shakeology. That was amazing. Like, how do you discuss Shakeology? Like, for me, for a long time, I was like, it's the healthiest meal of the day. I know there's lots of good ingredients in it, but how do you then like talk to your potential clients and coaches about why, you know, Shakeology is so good for us? Talking about, sorry, we had a fuzzy here. The power of your story. That was one of the best trainings that I think I got the most value out of is, you know, we're being told, you know, be yourself, be authentic. And that's why people buy from you, is because you are you. They were, like Sam said, they relate to you and your story. And I was listening to, I don't know if it was a Scotty Hobbs video, or I think maybe it was a Trey Bear video earlier, that kind of went over the same thing. So trying to think what else. Okay. And then let's see. Oh, super workout. That is awesome. 25,000 people working out together on Broadway. If you've been to Nashville or you know Nashville, probably where all the music venues are, the bars are, we're in the street on Broadway, probably like a mile deep, of people working out with the super trainer. Yes, it was awesome. Like first thing in the morning, like high energy. It was great. And then we go into the second day of training sessions and the general session. And then that night there's closing ceremonies. They do the Beachbody Challenge winners, you know, the top coach awards and all of that. So overall, I think the message that I want to get across is that get there however you can get there. We'll figure it out. I got there by the skin of my teeth. I begged, borrowed, and stealed on credit cards. You know, I had my then fiance, you know, yeah, the tornado that they drove through, we were like a couple hours behind them. But, you know, just it's totally worth like every penny pinched, because you're going to get that return on your investment tenfold. So, yeah. Did I miss anything? I think that was like the biggest thing for me, is that if you're kind of on the fence about it, just do it. And this was something that I listened to Scotty Hobbs' team call, I think he had a couple of weeks ago, that he said, we'll make it work. Like, just get there. It's a game changer, to be honest. It's not just like, oh, you know, happy fun time, or it's not just, oh, I'm going to sit and I'm just going to take notes. No, it's really valuable.
It's fun connecting with like our team, and I know that a lot of us are local, so we're able to do that, but some of our team is not local. But also because we kind of partner with Super Crew with Brittany, it's kind of cool to like meet up with them too, you know, because you guys have been forming relationships with them. And I text Brittany the other day because I found it kind of awesome that I see you guys commenting and stuff on each other's posts, and it's so great for us because it's like you guys are encouraging each other and you're building relationships with each other, you know. So I was like, aw. I was like, they're all like friends. But it's really great then when you go to Summit, because you get to meet these people that you've like been having these relationships with online, which is so weird, because for me, I had been success partners with Brittany for 15 months before I ever met her in person. At Summit was the first time I ever actually met her. And I had to go, like I was doing, was it my training? My It
Yeah,
was.
we were getting
It was the
started.
size certification, and I met with her on like my lunch break or whatever. So it's really awesome. And the fact that we are staying with the super crew, like in a house, quote unquote house, it's now like downsized a little bit because the company, I don't know what happened, but
The closet.
yeah, it's weird. But I just saw the other day, Julie Henderson, she booked through the same person and the same company, and she lost a house that she was supposed to have in Miami like today, and she had to like do some reworking out or whatever. So but yeah, so Summit is awesome, and we just need you guys to get there because it's really a game changer. All right, what else was I supposed to talk about? Oh, the Super Saturday, the next Super Saturday is August 6th. So it'll be the weekend after Summit. So they'll kind of recap on things from Summit and talk about other things. The other cool thing about Summit is they talk about product launches for the rest of the year when we're there. So like last year we found out about the performance line, and what else did we learn?
Hammer and chisel.
Oh yeah, Hammer and Chisel, that's right. So we'll hear about the new product launches for the end of the year at Summit. So we probably
Challenge Tracker app.
Oh, the Challenge Tracker app, we heard about that there too. I don't remember, my notebook somewhere else. I don't know what I did with it.
You need to know.
Oh, you got everything? It's all up here? Okay.
Yeah, tacos.
Awesome.
Oh, and there's a really awesome taco place that we will be at like every day. So like legitimately, we were there every day, sometimes twice a day. Yeah. Oh my God. My stomach hurts so bad.
Some guest speakers. Simon Sinek. And
Oh yeah, they'll have a keynote speaker. Last year it was Simon Sinek who did that Start With Why book that some of you have read for the diamond training. This year, that guy's
There was
videos.
And
Okay,
then there was that other guy who's the National Geographic photographer.
Brian's just gonna take.
Oh, DeWitt Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, I love DeWitt
And
Jones.
he matches pictures throughout. It was really cool.
That was a really amazing thing. We should try to find that one too from Summit, like the video for it, because that was a really amazing speech he gave. But this year now, I've been posting some of his videos in our team page because I really like his intensity. I feel like that's how I can be sometimes. That Gary I don't know how to say his last name. Vaynerchuk. He's going to be our keynote speaker at Summit. So I'm really curious how that's going to go, because some of the Bible thumpers in Beachbody won't necessarily like his swearing if he swears a lot, because he does in a lot of his videos. I'm like, he's my dude. I get it. Like, whatever.
Spirit animal.
He is a spirit animal. It's funny. But it's like his intensity and his passion for what he does and his I don't give a fuck attitude. I love it. So yeah, he's going to be one of the keynote speakers, and I'm going to I'll try to find some of the videos tomorrow. I have Shailene Johnson's already saved here. Her post wasn't necessarily anything her presentation wasn't necessarily anything really business related. It was about your relationship with people, especially your significant other. It was a really good speech though that she gave about, the relationship that you have with your significant other or whatever. So I'll post that in the team page. That was a really good video or a presentation that she did. It was funny. She's just amazing. Her personality is so great. So it's hard not to like her. I don't necessarily relate to her on a trainer level. Like, she doesn't necessarily like motivate me to work out, but her personality, I can't help but watch. When she goes live, I'm watching it like on my phone every day, because she does a live video like almost every day. I love her. All right. Well, I think that is it for the little bit of information. So I hope to see many more of you at Super Saturday in August. And for any of the not Western New York coaches, we will have a link for you guys to try to find a Super Saturday in your area, because they're all over the country. And then if not, they always post the information in our coach online office in the breaking news section to the right, where you can kind of get that information then from there if you are not able to make a Super Saturday, or if there isn't one that's local in your area. But you could also step out of your comfort zone and kind of host one yourself too. So, it could be small, but that's okay. So I'm going to end the recording now.